So, Amir, victory in New York against Chris Algieri. Of course, the target for you is Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
What do you think your performance in that fight did for your hopes of fighting Floyd?
I think the performance, winning the fight, it just makes me it does get me closer to that Floyd Mayweather fight. But I just think that it wasn't the best performance I had, or I could have had. I felt a little flat in there. Obviously, with Chris Algieri come to fight wanting to win, and obviously I made a few mistakes in the ring. I just felt, well, not even in the ring, maybe outside the ring it was. I felt really flat being in that fight. I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel the same Amir Khan going into the fight with explosiveness, speed, movement. I felt a little flat in that fight. I don't know if that was due to training too much, or maybe I don't know, doing something different. Maybe we're making the weight wrong, or maybe making the weight too early. I don't know what it was. But look, I'm just going to go back to drawing board and see where I made that mistake and not make that mistake again. I'm glad it's happened now and not for a big fight. Sometimes you can leave it in the gym. Sometimes you can, or overtrain. But look, like I said, we're all human, not a machine. And it's all about just maybe coming back from it stronger. But that doesn't put me it doesn't depart me from my trainer, Virgil Hunter. I'm still with the same team. Virgil is a great trainer. I'm not blaming him in any way. But I just think that I might have done a few things that I shouldn't have done wrong, like maybe train too much, too hard. Sometimes I should have taken a day off when really I don't really like taking days off. I like to push myself all the time. So it's all experience, and as I'm getting older now, I'm getting a little bit more wiser, and I'm going to have to be more professional and start listening to my body more.
You and Floyd Mayweather share the same advisor in Al Heyman.
Yeah.
He's looking at September for his date. When do you go to Al? When do you speak to Al about trying to make that fight between you and him for September, or are those talks already started?
That fight could happen because obviously Al being my advisor as well. I could do September. Reason why Ramadan moves a little earlier this year, so that way it gives me enough time to train a little bit during and after Ramadan. It gives me enough time. So that fight was in September. I'd take it with both hands. The reason I want the Mayweather fight is because he's only got 1 or 2 fights left in his whole career. So I really want to be there and fight the best fighter in the world. Mayweather, in my opinion, is the best fighter out there, and I want to fight the best out there. So I think that's where I belong. But at the moment, we're just going to let my team and my advisors see where I need to be and how I'm going to be getting that fight, and just take it from there.
You've been in this position before, waiting for Floyd, and being let down as well. Do you feel more confident at this moment that you will get that fight?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that fight is a lot closer than it's ever been. So it's all about just really staying calm. Obviously, I'm on the break now anyway. I'm gonna have 1 or 2, 3 weeks off, just chilling with my family and relaxing like around Ramadan. So hopefully we can get something sorted before